I'm Richard Roth, and I'm privileged to serve as your California State Senator. I arrived in Riverside about 43 years ago in June 1978 as a young Air Force captain assigned to March Air Force Base. Shortly thereafter, I transitioned to civilian employment with the National Labor Relations Board, and in 1979 found myself in Riverside meeting with Woody Rucker Hughes, then Executive Director of Riverside's Opportunities Industrialization Center, or OIC. While I had a business reason to meet with Woody, our discussion proved to be wide-ranging, including the various issues of the day. And I was mesmerized. I knew immediately that Woody was a force of nature. Of course, the issues facing us then were, unfortunately, the same issues that face us now: racial injustice, social inequity, and employment and housing discrimination, among many others. Fast forward to December 28, 1998, about 20 years later, and the tragic shooting of 19-year-old Taisha Miller, an incident that reminded us all that those injustice and inequity issues were yet to be solved. As the chair of the Chamber of Commerce at the time, I had the great privilege of working closely with others who would also become my personal heroes. Individuals like Del Roberts, Hardy Brown, Rose Mays, Jack Clark Jr., Bill Howe, the Reverend Jerry Lauder, and the Reverend Paul Munford, among many, many others, all working together to unite and strengthen our community. The struggle of years past certainly continues today, as evidenced by the events of 2020. But this continued fight for inclusion, diversity, and equality is a fight worth having. Since February 1980, Riverside's Black History Parade has celebrated that fight and the many incredible accomplishments of African Americans in our community, accomplishments that have made our region what it is today. As Benjamin E. Mays, an American Baptist minister and former president of Morehouse College, once said, "The tragedy of life is often not in our failure, not in our doing too much, but rather in our doing too little. Not in our living above our ability, but rather in our living below our capabilities." Woody Rucker Hughes used to say, "Good, better, best. Never let them rest until your good becomes better and your better becomes best." Frankly, I think Woody nailed it. So as we move forward in our daily lives and our relationships with others, let's continue to work until our better becomes best. May God bless each and every one of you, and may God bless the United States of America.